Good morning. Hello, whenever you're watching this. This is Rev C, and we are continuing in our daily wisdom walk in Proverbs. We are in Proverbs chapter 8. Proverbs chapter 8. We are in Proverbs 8. Just going to look briefly at some key points in this chapter to get our day started or, evening started whenever you're watching this video. So go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I pray that this is a blessing. So in Proverbs 8, this is wisdom's call. This is wisdom's appeal. This is a personification, which is a type of figure of speech. When you're studying the Bible, it's very important to note to recognize figures of speeches. So this is what's called personification. Wisdom is given human characteristics, and it's important because this is contrasted in chapter number 7, where in chapter 7 Solomon is painting this picture for his son of the woman, the foolish woman, the folly. And so wisdom in both chapters 7 and 8 is contrasted to foolishness or folly. Folly is seductive. If you look at chapter 7, it speaks of that seductive, and it seduces people, it traps them. But here in chapter 8, wisdom is seen as a beautiful woman, and then also it's crying out in verse 1. Notice in verse 1, the author says, does not wisdom or hakma, that hakma call, does it cry out? Doesn't understanding make her voice heard, or discernment give forth her voice at the top of the height? So notice all these places wisdom is. It's crying out in the streets. It's at the top, at the crossroads, besides the gates. This is where business and city and things were, transactions were taking place at the gates. This is where the wise people sat, the older people sat, at the entrance of doors. So wisdom is shouting, wisdom is crying. And we're going to see in chapter 8, wisdom is for everyone. Wisdom is a guide for everyone. And so the key point that I want us to take away, wisdom is crying out. Are you listening? Wisdom is crying out. Are you listening? That's the key. Are you listening to wisdom when it is crying out? But notice also, verse 5 is the key verse I want us to focus on. O simple ones, understand prudence, and O fools, understand a heart of wisdom. The simple ones, the ordinary people. Wisdom is crying out. But we'll see also, it talks about how there's no wickedness in wisdom. There's no unrighteousness, nothing twisted or crooked. Wisdom is partnered with morality. Wisdom is a partner of morality. And so here in verse 5, this is contrasting, all is calling back to chapter 7. Wisdom and folly is crying out. Which one are you hearing? Which one are you going to follow? So yes, there's blessings of wisdom. And then in verses 12 all the way to the end, wisdom gives you their resume. But I want to close this brief video with verse 11. For wisdom is better than pearls, and all desirable things cannot compare to her. Wisdom has value. Pray that God will give you the discernment to see the value that wisdom has for your life. Don't be seduced by folly and foolishness, but answer the cry and the call of wisdom. God bless you. God keep you. If you've missed any of these other devotionals, there's a link to the playlist where you can see as we study through the book of Proverbs chapter by chapter. This is Rev C saying God bless you, God keep you, stay in the word, and I will see you in the next video.